Hey, what's up everyone? Foxhounder N313 here. Alright, today I want to talk about LEGO City Undercover on Nintendo Switch. I picked this game up yesterday. I'm a few hours into it, and so far it's really fun. You know, if you've played one LEGO game, you've played them all. In terms of gameplay, this doesn't differ really any at all from other LEGO games that I've played, like LEGO Jurassic World and LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. But if you like a little LEGO action in your life every once in a while, it's a pretty good game. It has an original story, original characters, an original setting, and the LEGO formula is as good here as it is with any other LEGO game. Now, I don't consider this a review. This is kind of like impressions, because I haven't beaten the game. Again, I'm only a few hours into it. Now, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, this whole controversy blew up about the box art, suggesting that you needed to install 13 gigabytes of the game onto your system or onto your system's SD card. And my box does say internet connection required, and it does say 13 gigabytes required on the back. But there's no install. You boot the game up, you can play it. So as Warner Brothers suggested, it is just a mistake. I'm really curious about how something like that happens, but it's not an issue. The game plays without an install, so it's not an issue. Visually, the game looks really good. I mean, I guess graphically it's about the same as any other LEGO game, but it looks really crisp on the Switch's 720p 6-inch screen. And I've been playing the game mainly in portable mode. I only actually played it in TV mode today for maybe half an hour or so. But it controls just fine, it plays fine. There are some frame rate issues. I don't know how the game performs on the PlayStation 4. I have seen graphics comparisons and it looks pretty much the same. But in terms of frame rate, I don't know if it performs any better on PS4 and Xbox One. I've heard some people talking about the loading. It really didn't stick out to me. It seems about the same as most any other game that has loading in it. The loading screens didn't seem especially long. I've heard people say that it has long loading times. Not as long as the Wii U version, which I didn't get a chance to play, but that they're long. Maybe they mean the frequency of the loading, but even then I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it's that long or that there's that many loading screens, at least in comparison to like other LEGO games or really any other game in general. I mean, there are games out there that have little to no loading, or the game will load when it boots up, but once you get into the game there are no loading screens in between areas. I guess kind of like the Uncharted games, for example, but for games that do have loading, again, this doesn't seem to be any better or worse than any other game in terms of that. And yeah, this is a port of LEGO City Undercover from the Wii U. The game was originally a Wii U exclusive, and I think it was actually published by Nintendo, or it was done in partnership with Nintendo, but now it's available on multiple platforms, including PS4, Xbox One, and I think Steam as well. I think if I had to point out two issues I have with the game, one would be the lack of licensed music. This game very much feels like a Grand Theft Auto-esque kind of game. It's a sandbox game. You have this big city you can drive around in. You can steal people's vehicles, that sort of thing. But when you're driving around, there really isn't any music to listen to. When you're doing certain missions and you're driving around, there's some background music that plays that's pretty decent. It takes inspiration from kind of 70s cop movies, that sort of thing. And there are a lot of references to old cop movies. There's a character in the beginning that's kind of based around Dirty Harry. He's just in it for a few seconds, but it was a really funny bit. But again, the lack of music when you're driving around in, I guess you would call it free play or free roam, is really noticeable. The second thing, and this is Switch specific, the lack of an achievement system on the Switch is really noticeable here, because LEGO games traditionally are very easy to get all the achievements in. For instance, I've played LEGO Jurassic World and LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I did everything in both of those games and got the platinums. I actually got LEGO Jurassic World on PS3 and PS4 and got the platinums in both of those. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. But oftentimes when you're doing everything in a LEGO game, it can get a little bit tedious, and that's why it's nice to have achievements to go after, so that it sort of gives you a little extra incentive. With the Switch not having an achievement system, I don't really see myself trying to 100% complete the game. And that's not the fault of the game, it's the fault of the Switch itself not having that. But again, I think it's something worth bringing up. But it's a really fun game, and they added co-op to this version. The original I don't think had co-op, but you can play to this one cooperatively. You'll need a second set of Joy-Cons or a Pro Controller. You can't split the Joy-Cons up because you need 2 analog sticks for camera control. But unlike previous LEGO games, there are no co-op based puzzles or things to solve like you would have like in like LEGO Jurassic World or any LEGO game for that matter. Since the game was originally designed around one player, I don't know how much co-op would add to the experience other than maybe making it a little bit easier and allowing you to accomplish objectives a lot quicker. But it's nice that it's there. Overall, again though, it's a fun game. If you like the LEGO formula, you haven't gotten burnt out on it, then it's worth checking out if you didn't play the original. If you're someone who's never played a LEGO game before, I think this is a good one to start with. Especially if you're not a fan of any of the movie licensed games that they've done so far, which I would think someone or everyone out there would be interested in at least one of those movie licensed LEGO games, but if not, LEGO City Undercover's got you, well, covered because, again, it's original story, and it's a lot of fun, it's pretty funny. And if you're a Switch owner and you're looking for something to hold you over till Mario Kart 8 comes out, this might be worth checking out. I picked up Snake Pass last week, which I haven't completed yet, so I've got this and that to keep me busy until Mario Kart 8 Deluxe arrives later this month. Anyway, if you have any questions about LEGO City Undercover, leave a comment down below. It's not often I talk about actual games on this channel. Usually I'm talking about the Switch or something related to that. It was nice to talk about a game for a change. But again, yeah, leave a comment down below and hit the like button, subscribe to us if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more video game news and discussions here on Dorks Like Us. This is Fox Hunter N313 signing off. God bless.